Hey guys, how is it going? Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. So excited. I got a few fun things to share with you today. I got a couple stories. I got some positivity. I've got some bundles. I've just literally got a little bit of everything to share. I don't know. It's just Wednesday. I thought I would come on and just share. So much fun, exciting stuff is going on in my life right now. Logan's last week of middle school. So high school next year. So that's crazy. Super crazy. My youngest is going into high school. And I was just going, we only have 4 more summers. We only have 4 summers left together before he's an adult, and who knows what, leaves the nest, goes off to college, does the thing. So that's exciting. Thursday's his last day. Tomorrow is his last day of junior high. And then he's going to be in high school. And that is just intense and insane. But super excited. He has decided he's going to go out for some sports. So he's going to go to summer conditioning. So I'm excited for that. That's going to keep him busy. He's going to do swim/water polo. Hey, Nancy, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. He's going to do that. He really wants to do baseball. So we thought baseball and swim are kind of their opposite seasons. So that works out well. And then he was also thinking about golf. But golf, I think, runs at the same time as baseball. So he might have to make a choice there. I'm not sure. So hopefully the summer conditioning is for baseball and water sports. So hopefully that'll give him a feel for if he really likes baseball and wants to do that, or thinks he might want to switch to golf. And they have, I guess, an amazing golf team and program at his high school. So it's actually Tiger Woods. It's the high school that he went to and where he learned to golf. So he sponsors and does all kinds of cool things, and literally sponsors their team by giving them their uniforms, and I think it sounds helps with equipment. I don't know. It's all pretty cool. So kind of excited about that. So, and I'm actually excited that Logan wanted to take an interest and thought about doing golf too. So kind of just spreading his wings out and super excited. So that stuff sports conditioning all starts next week. So it's boom, school's out Thursday, and next week they jump right into sports. So it's really nice. There's not really a break. It's good for me because I got this 4 weeks left for me. 3 weeks after this week, I believe, if I can get my dates right. So that's good. It'll keep him busy in that time while I'm still at work, and he can walk there because it's not too far. So that's super exciting. Or Gina, my daughter, can give him a ride. So that'll all work out fabulous. And then we're going to go camping and 4th of July, go visit family. So super, super excited. This is my favorite time of year. 4th of July is my favorite holiday. So just knowing that that's around the corner and we get to do all these great adventures, I'm just ecstatic. So yeah, so that's exciting. We only have a few more days left. It's the 24th. What do we go? 31 days this month. My dog has a hairball, I think. You guys hear her cough. She's always licking. So I swear she gets hairballs from just constantly licking. What was I saying? I lost it. Ooh. So, yeah, summer's coming. That's what I was talking about. Super excited. 3 more weeks of work, camping. Oh, bundles. We only have 6 more days left. So I have some cool bundles. If you're interested, I have a couple eye bundles. Collagen's always a hot commodity, especially right now going into summer. You definitely want to make sure you're taking care of your skin. So if you need any help with that, let me know. I would love to help you get a skincare regimen going before we get into summer. So if you want information on our collagen, please message me collagen. I have a short little video I can shoot over to you so you can get questions answered. And if there's maybe it'll just spark some questions that you didn't even know you had, and just really informative. So even if you don't choose to do our collagen, I highly recommend do some research on collagen to see if it's right for you. Just because remember, after about your 30s, you really stop producing collagen. and liquid collagen is a really, really high absorption rate. Has a 90% absorption rate versus a 30 to 40% of a powder collagen. It also keeps its potency because they're individually packaged, which has its up and downs, right? So good thing it keeps its potency, where like a jar of powder or even a jar of liquid, every time you open and close it, getting exposed to oxygen, it's losing its potency. Bad thing about that is it creates more trash for the environment. So, you can't win them all. It's a marine collagen, so it's also most closely mimicked to human collagen, making it easy for our bodies to absorb, okay? So you get 10% off if you sign up for a subscription. If you have questions, let me know. Just message me collagen and I can totally shoot you that video over just so you can get a lot of good information and know if it's something that's right for you or not. Okay, so there's that. I'll put that there so I don't forget to take it. And I don't know if you guys saw my pictures I posted in my stories today. I was like looking at pictures and I'm like, I'm not always the best at taking like before and afters. I'm trying to get better about it, especially with collagen. I'm trying to like make sure I get regular pictures going. But I literally posted like a video. The last one was a video picture. That's why it looks kind of fuzzy. Like I took a screenshot of my live because that's like the most recent one I have of my hairline. But you can like literally see the difference from my pictures from January till now, like just the progression. I have like a really empty spot and you can literally see the hair like getting thicker in those spots like over the last, what month is this? 4 months. So you can really see the difference. So like if you didn't see those pictures on my stories, go check it out. Or if it's already gone, let me know. I would love to shoot it over to you so that you can see that transformation of what the collagen's doing just for my hair. Look at my nails. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, can you see that little red dot? There's a little red spot right there. So I was gardening over the weekend and I went to pull out a weed and my nail got stuck. And instead of tearing off like my nails used to do when they were like brittle and breaking all the time and splitting and cracking, it literally like folded in half because it's so strong now, it doesn't rip off. So pros and cons to like getting stronger nails. I have to deal with that happening where it probably would have felt better if it would have just ripped off versus like folding in half and like literally tearing off this like skin underneath, which it still hurts. It's kind of like bruised. But on the plus side, my nails are getting really strong, so they're not snapping off and breaking off. So it's kind of nice. So just another one of those benefits from the collagen. But that's that. I also have 2 eye bundles going on. One is a look bundle, and that is you'll get a mascara of your choice, 2 liquid shadows, and a double-sided brush. I didn't bring anything over here with me to show you, sorry. For that one. Okay, if you want to get the bright eyes, that one is going to be your choice of mascara. You'll get the lash serum, which you can use on your lashes and your brows. So if for some reason you went pluck crazy when you're younger and you have really thin eyebrows, this can really help thicken your eyebrows out if that's a concern that you have. So you'll get serum, you'll get mascara, and you'll get a primer. So everything you need to have like good, healthy, beautiful looking lashes, right? So there's that bundle. Collagen. Oh, and if you happen to be like just curious, one, how I got started doing this, 2, like just what it's about. Like if you want to know, there is an opportunity call on the 30th. I thought I wrote it down. On the 30th. Oh my goodness, excuse me. On the 30th. And it's a live Zoom call. So you can like log onto the Zoom call, check it out. And if it's something of interest to you, just let me know. But also, so something amazing happened the other day. Okay, so those of you that know, I'm a American Sign Language teacher. And I have been looking for these, because they've always had these Christmas cups. These little signing Christmas cups at Starbucks. I can never find them. Every time I go, they're like, no, we didn't get a shipment this year, or it's already sold out, or I can't find them, and they're like 3 times the cost to buy them like on eBay, and I'm like, that's just not the same, and I don't want to do that. So I've never done that. I'm just waiting for like my chance. Okay. So what happened on Sunday, I think it was. Jorge goes, we need to just get a new little blender thing because we have like a NutriBullet and it's just old and it's like, and it's really loud and it's awful. And it just needs to be replaced. Like, honestly, we just need to replace it. Like, it's lived its life and it is time to get a new one. So we're like, okay, let's go to Target and we'll grab one. See if they have them there. And I'm like, awesome, cool. It's like Logan's last week of school. I got to get a couple gift cards for teachers for him, for his teachers, right? So we go and we like go in and I'm like, oh man, like Target is out of the Starbucks gift cards. And that's like what he wanted to get for his favorite teacher. So it's like, okay, we'll figure it out later. Like, we still got a couple days. And we go check out the blenders. We get over there. We literally put it in the cart. It's there. And he's like looking at reviews just to double check. And he finds it on Amazon. And I'm like, oh, bummer. It only comes with like 1 cup and then a thing to make like an acai bowl, like thicker smoothie things. Like, it came with a different cup for that, which was just a little bit smaller and wider versus the normal cups that come. I can't stop yawning. I don't think I'm breathing enough. I'm talking too much. So we look on Amazon and they have the same one, and it was like $5-6 less, and it came with 2 cups instead of just 1. So we're like, sweet, put the box back. And we're like, man, we just came to Target for no reason. Like, we could have totally had other things that we needed to do. So this is my whole, like, you never know what lesson you'll learn from things that happen. Like, there might be a reason why, I don't know if a reason, but there's something positive from circumstances that happen, and like, you have to sometimes look outside of that. And sometimes right away, like my story, you're gonna know right away, but like other times, like you could have a flat tire, right? And for all you know, had you not had that flat tire, you could have gotten in an accident, or who knows what could have happened, right? But you had that flat tire and that didn't happen. Had you not had that flat tire, you could have gotten an accident. Like, you just don't know what could happen and what could not happen because of a circumstance. So that happened with the blender. As we're leaving, and I'm like, man, we just like wasted an hour here, like for nothing, you know? Like, let's go. And I'm like, oh wait, there's a Starbucks inside of Target. So let's go over there and I'm going to grab the gift card there. And we get in line. And again, it all like is the same thing that continually happened through this whole story of like, let's do that. I'm super excited. And we get in line and there's like 2 people ahead of us, and it's like the one-man show at the Starbucks, and the girl's the only one working. So it's just like a really long line, not a long line, but it's a really slow line because she takes the order, makes a drink, right? Takes the order, makes a drink. And it just takes time. Like, that's just how it is. But I was already like, been here for too long kind of feeling, and like ready to be out of there. So we're standing there late waiting. People come behind us, and like I'm chatting with the lady behind me just about whatever, you know, like just making conversation. And I look over and I see this little flower, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And I'm like looking at it, and it was on a mug, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, that looks cool. Different. Maybe it'll be something I like. Like, I really like flowers and like plants, and I garden all the time. So I'm like, I pick up this mug off the shelf while I'm standing there waiting. Mind you, had we not had to wait so long, none of this would have happened, right? So, and had they had the gift card in the Target, I would not have been in line. And had they had the blender and we not found it on Amazon, like we might have not even stopped at the Starbucks, or you know what I mean? Like, we might not have been in line. There's so many different things. Like, if one of those things didn't happen in that way, like this opportunity wouldn't have like presented itself to me. So I see the little flower leafy thing, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. It looks tropical. Let me pull it out. I literally pull it out. I turn it around and I see this, which means like connect, right? Together, connection, that kind of thing, in American Sign Language. And I'm like, I literally start hitting my husband because I'm so excited, and like jumping up and down, and like people are like literally looking at me. I don't care. I was so excited to find it was a mug. Okay. So I'm so excited to find this mug. I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. I have some amazing tutors that work with some of my students. I have a mentor teacher. So I was like, I need to get gifts for people, and they're all in the same realm of like sign language, interpreting, deaf and hard of hearing, that kind of stuff. So I was like, these will be perfect, and they're beautiful. Like, it's such a pretty cup, the mug. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, there's only one, and I literally need 5. There's like 5 people I would want to get these for, so I need like 5. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm just gonna ask her when we get up there. So we get up there, and I'm like, hey, so I'm just wondering, do you have any more of these? Like, because you know, they have the little drawers and stuff everywhere, and I'm like, maybe there's some in a drawer. I just don't know if I'm like allowed to dig in there. So I asked her, I'm like, are there any more of these? And she's like, there's not any more out. She's like, I can go check our back room. And I'm like, well, where's that? Like, she's like, I can go check over there. And I'm like, well, where's that? Thinking I could go do it because like there's a line of people. And she's like, oh, it's like our storage room. And I like look back at the people and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Could you please go check for me? And if you do have them, like I need 5. Like I literally need 5. And she's like, okay, if I'll bring what we have, if we have 5, if we have more than 5, I'll just bring 5. I'm like, okay, perfect. So she's coming back and she has this one. And she's like, this is the only one that we have. Back there. And I'm like, okay, great, I'll take it. Thank you so much for checking. Like, I'm so appreciative, so grateful that like she went and looked for me, and like it was so nice. And so we get ringed up. She rings us up. Jorge decides to get a drink. So then we're waiting for his drink, because after standing there for that amount of time, he decided he wanted to get a drink after all. So she rings us up. I have my mug. I have my thermos. I'm like, okay, that's 2. I just have to find 3 more gifts, you know. And I'm like, okay. And my husband's looking at me and he's going, you can't give that away though. Like, you have to keep one of those. And I'm like, no, but I really just, I want to give them away. Like, that's what I wanted them for, to give away, because they're so great and I need gifts and it'll be perfect and it'll be amazing. And he's like, you're going to be so sad if you give that away, because you've wanted one for so long, like for yourself. And I'm like, okay, if I find enough, like I'm going to go search other Starbucks now, and I'm on a mission. So if I find enough of my cups, then I'll keep one for myself. And so we're standing there waiting for his drink, and the barista comes over and she holds up 2 cups and she goes, I found 2 more tumblers. So I have a mug, I have a thermos, and I have 2 tumblers now. And I'm like, I'll take them. So I have 4 out of the 5 I needed, and really I needed 6 because I was told I have to keep one for myself because I'll be sad if I give it away. So I'm like, okay, and I'm like on cloud 9. People are like asking me what all this stuff is. I'm like in the Starbucks Target, like teaching people about like sign language, and like it was just this whole like amazing experience. We leave there, we go, where'd we go? Costco to get gas, and we're coming back, and I'm like, can we stop at the Target that's like, or that the Starbucks that's like right outside of the Target? Like I should have stopped there right when we left, but I was so excited I didn't even like think about it. And so we stop at the Starbucks that's like literally outside of our Target. And I go in and I'm like, hey, I look and I don't see him. And I'm like, I'm looking for the signing cups, mugs, tumblers that you guys have with like the signing hands and the coffee blooms on them. And she's like, oh, she's like, we haven't gotten in that rotation of delivery yet. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, but it's coming on Tuesday, which would have been yesterday. I'm like, okay, awesome. I'm like, so they'll be available Tuesday. She's like, well, we get them in Tuesday, then we have to inventory them. She's like, they'll probably be out on the shelves on Thursday, but by Friday. And I'm like, okay, fabulous, thank you. And like I leave, and so now tomorrow morning I have to get up a few minutes early so I can, because of course I can't wait till after work. I have to be there first thing in the morning. Plus it's on my way to the freeway, so I'm like, I will stop in on my way, and hopefully they'll have a couple more so that I can get my last 2 that I need for my gifts. But this is the one that I'm keeping for myself, which I absolutely, I love it so much. It's so perfect. Like, I love it. I don't know. I can't explain how much I love this and excited I am for this. Like, it's just been like literally probably 5 years I've been like wanting one of these types of cups and can never find one. And I've gone hunting. Like, I've sent my family hunting. So excited to get one of those cups. But it was just so interesting how like all these little turn of events of things that like could really get you down. Like, oh, they didn't have it. I could have been so mopey that I didn't even like see it, and like been so distraught that like they didn't have the gift cards, they didn't have the blender, that like just those little turn of events like turned into this really positive, amazing story. And now I have something that I've really been wanting for a long time. So it's really, really just like a really great day for me. So lots of fun stuff happening. On my podcast though, I feel like I'm not breathing. I'm like talking a whole lot. I need to just slow it down. If you're here, say hi so I know you're here. I'm like rambling like a crazy lady tonight, but that's okay. That's what we came here for tonight. So if you're here for something else, you might be in the wrong place. But if you want to hear crazy stories and what's happening in my life and about some fun bundles that I have, you are in the right place tonight. And I have allergies, so that's fun too. Okay, so I was listening to my podcast and it was talking about how to, like, I know I've talked about it before in some past ones, so if you always catch my lives, this should make sense to you. If not, I'm going to give you a little catch-up lesson on where we're at. If you want to make sure you catch my lives for these wackadoo fun evenings of rambling by a crazy lady, make sure you click up there, hit those little dots, and it's something like notify me something. Turn on notifications for this post. Something like that, okay? So click that and then you'll get notified when I do my lives, and that way you can make sure you are here and you can say hi and you can come chat with me and we can have a fun night of crazy stuff. So my podcast was it was this really neat, like, how do you build your future, right? And like rewinding, you can really you can look back, right? And you can see your past and you can see where you've been and you can put the pieces together as to who you are now and how you've become who you've become and like that journey that you've gone through, right? And I know for me, like, I do that all the time and I'm like, wow, I've been through so much to become who I am. And like literally people ask like that question, like, if you could go back and change anything, would you? And I'm like, no, there's not a single thing in my life, like not a single moment in my life that I would change, because every little thing has literally brought me to this place to where I'm like, oh, if that hadn't gone wrong at that point, or caused me to change my path at that point, I wouldn't even say go wrong now. Like, if that obstacle didn't arise that caused me to change a path, I wouldn't be where I am. Like, I might not have met my husband. I might not have had my children. Like, I might not have moved to Huntington Beach. I might not have started going to school for this. I might, like, there's all those things where it's like, if all those things didn't happen. But looking to the future, how can we work to kind of carve out those paths now to the future? So it was this whole thing about, if you picture your future self, like your perfect future, like who you want to be, right? Like, do you want $1 million? Do you want to live in a big house? Do you want a beautiful car? Do you want to be healthy and fit and strong? Do you want to eat the right things and not like pig out all the time? Do you want to be a joyful, happy, positive person that can like see the positive and the love and the light in everything? Do you want to be comfortable in your own skin? Do you want, like, what do you want? Like, what, if you could sit down and close your eyes and just imagine yourself, like what car you're driving, what clothes you're wearing, what you look like, how you feel, how you speak, what you watch, what you eat. Like, if you could literally do that and take that time and like sit down and go, okay, who is the future me I want to become, right? And write it out. And I kind of started, I wrote future me and I wrote down, I want to be healthy and fit and joyful and comfortable, because I'm in this place right now where I'm just like, I love myself and where I'm at, but I know I can be better, right? And I know I can make better, healthier choices to be more comfortable in my body and my skin. And I think that's just my like health journey I need to dive deeper into right now. And like the joyfulness, like I've mentioned before, like joy is my go-to word, my trigger word, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's my joy is my word that I think of when I think of who I want to be, right? And what I want to be. And for me, like I've explained, it's not about the money or the things. It's about like, I just want to be joyful. I want to be joyful. I want to be that person that walks in the room and everybody can like literally see how happy I am, and they want to connect with me because they want to feel how great that feels. Like I want to be that person for people. So joyful is a big one on my list. Okay. So I'm going to like doubly circle it. Okay. So the exercise is like doing that, picturing yourself, your future self, like what is it? And then going, okay, now I'm going to come to the other side, which is like today, right? And I'll probably work towards that. Like as each day goes, I'm probably end up doing something different, but, or doing this up on a vision board would be great. Like what are those, like mind map, where you have like your center thing. Okay. And then having little bubbles for each day of what you did to work towards being that. So like, what did I do today to work towards being fit, healthy, and joyful and comfortable, right? So I did yoga this morning. So I'm going to write down like yoga. I did yoga. Did I eat great for lunch? No, I totally had a frozen burrito because I didn't go get my normal salads that I get for lunch. So had I had my normal lunch, which is usually a salad or something typically healthier, I would write down like had a salad for lunch, right? So I did yoga. What did I do to be joyful? So to me, like joyful is being that person in the room. So I have lots of students right now. It's the end of the year. There's finals coming up. They're stressing about stuff. So I just literally like try to share like inspiration to them to like help them not feel so stressed and be able to kind of take their stress and anxiety into perspective and like get outside of that mode. So to me, I shared experiences with people. So that's part of that becoming joyful, is like trying to help people be able to lift themselves up, right? So I'm going to just put shared joy. I don't know how to word that really. Okay. And then coming here and like sharing with you guys, like this for me is hopefully there's somebody out there that like benefits from what I'm sharing with you. I know when I listen to the podcast, I gain a lot from it. So I try to kind of take that and like share it out with my people. So I'm going to also put shared joy. I'm going to just put a star by that because I'm doing that like twice now, right? And then if I make a healthy dinner, I will, which I don't even know what the plan for dinner is. But I can put taking my collagen. So I'm going to put collagen down because that is definitely something that is going to help me become the best, healthiest me that I think I could be, because it's going to help with my skin and my hair and my gut health. So I'm going to put collagen down because that is another one of those things that connects to the healthy side, the fit side, and that kind of stuff. So for today, I only have 3 things so far, which is fine, right? And I'm sure there's tons of other things. Oh, and I'm going to put down my podcast because that is positive input that I got for my day, right? So that is helping me become this person that I want to be, right? So I wrote down all my things that I did today. This is where I want to be. And then I'm literally going to, I feel like I want, do I have a red one? I kind of want a red pen. Sweet, I do. Every good teacher has a red pen. Okay, so I can make all the connections. So I'm literally going to draw lines from yoga to fit, from shared joy to joy, from collagen to healthy, and from podcast to, I feel like that does lots of things. Like healthy is like physically healthy, mentally healthy, those kinds of things. So like, let me connect podcast to, I'm just going to put it to healthy because I think it kind of ties in with, like mental health, right? That's what's really helping me, work on my mental state and being happy and positive. So I just drew, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, those red lines. So I'm literally connecting. And if I did this on like more of a meditation level and I really sat down and like meditated on who it was, what I did, and like making those connections in my mind to who I want to be. And then I know every day I'm working towards this. So if I had some like wall I could use and like put the me up there that I want to be, and then make little lines down to every little thing that I do all the time to work towards that, and really start focusing more on those things that I do to become that person that I want to be in the future, and literally building my future self. Like I'm literally, that's what I'm building. I'm working towards that. It might not be at like the pace I know I can like really step it up. I know I can do yoga in the morning. I know I can get home from work and I can go for a walk, which could turn into a jog, which could turn into a run, and I can make that progression. I know I could get out in the gym and get more exercise done. I know I could make healthier eating choices, but I'm not going to talk about all the what ifs. I'm going to focus on the things that I did do, and I know that I can do more. So it's a matter of pushing out of my comfort zone, getting a little bit more uncomfortable, to grow my comfort zone to becoming the person that I want to be, right? So it was kind of like a mind-blowing thing for me this morning to listen to that, and I was like, okay. And he talked about doing it with like literally getting string and making strings, and like having it like there, and then like making strings. I thought of getting like a little doll cutout or like a little gingerbread man or something, and like writing all the things on that gingerbread man, like front and back, that I want to be, and just adding more as I think of more, and like really who I envision myself being, if it's, you know, whatever it is, like all those things. This was just a quick draft to kind of share that, but I really want to like do that, and then maybe pin that somewhere, and then every day that I do something, so if it's yoga and I do that every day, I will just keep adding another string and another string and another string from the future me to the me now thing that I'm doing to build that future me. So then that one will get bigger and bigger, and I'll just have tons of strings going there and there. And then I know like I need to start growing that and doing more with it. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I rambled, ramblings of a mad lady, long enough this evening for you. So I hope that was insightful. I hope it, like, you're able to take away from it. Please let me know if that makes sense, if you're able to take away, if you're getting stuff out of this that I hope you're getting out of it, versus me just rambling nonsense. Okay. Look at, this is that new palette. This is that cappuccino palette. So if you're interested in that, this is that cappuccino palette. This is the matte liquid shadow underneath part of that cappuccino palette. But I keep looking at my eyeshadow too. It's such a pretty palette. So if you want to grab that up, let me know. I would love to send you a link for that. But yeah, and if you want a link to the podcast that I listen to, he actually created a second podcast now, which is an abundance podcast, which I think this one came from the abundance podcast. So it's like how to grow your abundance, whether it's financial, love, joy, business, people, relationships, whatever you want to be abundant in. It's really about just learning how to focus your energy and get connected with a frequency of abundance, so then those things can start coming to you and you are coming to them, because right, the like attracts like. So you want to make sure you're on that same frequency so you can get to those things that you need and want abundance in. So I think that's all I got for tonight. I hope you have a positively beautiful evening, and if there is anything I can help you with, please reach out and let me know. I would love to send you links to my website or links to the podcast that I listen to. Just whatever you need, let me know. All right, have a positively beautiful evening, and I will catch you later.